What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So the new Strongbox for Season 3 has arrived. This is probably, I guess, the most highlight type of Strongbox, or I guess the most important Strongbox of the season, because we have, this time around, a set of QQ9 skins. So as you guys know, the strong boxes have been around just for a short time so far, and we've gotten, the Swordfish, the ICR, the MAC-10, and just, I think, the MSMC as well. But this season, we do have a set of QQ9 skins that very closely resemble the, the Cold War version of the QQ9. So of course, as per usual, we have a set of 4 different skins. Of course, they're basically structured the same way, just only in different colors. And yes, I did mention the Cold War thing, and yeah, I think this is a Cold War version of the QQ9, mainly because of the red dot sight that it comes with, as well as just how the gun just looks in general. Modern Warfare wasn't, of course, the only game to have the MP5. Cold War also did have an MP5 as well, and even in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, they have the MP5 in the form of the Lockman sub. So at some point, I kind of knew that the QQ9 would get some sort of Cold War-like skin, but for the most part, most of the skins that have been releasing with the QQ9 usually resemble, stuff that would come from Modern Warfare. So again, for various colors, I would say probably the 2 best within the Strongbox are the green and the blue. I think the green one's called the Emeraldine or something like that, and then I think the blue one's called the Midnight Peril. So I mean, it kind of varies between the player whether or not they like the green or the blue one. Some like the green, some like the blue. It's personal preference, to be honest. But I will say the other 2 skins are okay, but they're not as good because I mean these are like, I guess these colors pop a little bit more. The other 2 were, I think, like this copper color as well as like this Tomorrow's Vision. I think that's the name of one of them. But the thing is that they look too similar. And that's kind of something that bothers me about most of these Strongbox skins. There's always like 2 of them that look very close to one another. And then like there's like another 2 that just are way above their league. That always seems to happen with these types of skins. That's kind of like one of those things that bothers me a bit. They could add like various other colors other than just 2 that look remarkably similar to one another. I mean, they could have added like a purple one, a red one, or an orange one, or something like that. But yeah, it's just a weird tendency that these devs usually have with these strong boxes. Just always 2 that look the same and just another 2 that are just way better. So some pretty cool features about this gun other than it just looking like Cold War weapons. It does have a different type of reload feature, the one from Cold War. I guess, I mean, I wasn't really too familiar with the game. I didn't really use SMGs that much, mainly because I was more focused on just working on the assault rifles before I completely quit the game because of SBMM. But yeah, apparently it did have a double stack mag. Whether or not it was a 45 round mag, I'm not really that sure. But yeah, it basically has a different animation where it kind of just flips the mag upside down to just put the other mag inside. And this is not the first time that they've done this. I think we've also had like another skin in the past. I think this was like right before the strong boxes were actually available, or it could have been during that time. I'm not really that sure, but we had like an ICR skin that was epic. And it was also animated as well, but it did have a completely different reload animation. Of course, the other obvious unique feature is the red dot sight. I believe this is like maybe the red dot sight 3 that changes, but it does look pretty cool as well. It does go along with the animations that there is, which kind of brings us to the next thing, which is the animations. Usually Strongbox skins come with like very subtle animations on certain guns. The MSMC had that. You could barely notice the animations, but it is there. The only problem, of course, is if you decide to use some sort of camo, it makes it even harder to see those animations. So that's kind of like a downside. And of course, if you try to use seasonal camos like Ether Crystal or Red Sprite or something like that, then the effect completely goes away. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's kind of the way that things goes. I'm hoping that like by the time I return from like basic training and all that stuff, like dude, I hope they kind of like fix that issue. Like it feels kind of shitty that like a lot of seasonal camos kind of like just take away the effects of a lot of different animated skins. But at the same time, it's probably due to the fact that it might cause some lag issues in the game, but I mean, we're already at a point where we have very high graphics with ultra frames, so maybe at some point they might have a feature that kind of changes that, but at this point in time, I'm not really that sure. So cool thing is I ended up getting like I think 3 of the 4. I think the one that I missed was like the copper skin or whatever it's called. But I did get the initial one and also the green and the blue one, which are pretty cool. I'm not sure if the odds are kind of like fluctuating. There are times where I get these things instantly, and there'll be other times where I get them like after like maybe spending 50 gold tickets. This time around, it didn't take me that much, and I got the main colors that I wanted. The other one was just kind of like an added bonus. I ended up spending like 400 COD points for one of those like 50% off free 10 spins that you get for like the battle pass subscription. My goal was only to get the 2, but in that little 10 pull that I did, I ended up getting that tomorrow vision, so it's pretty cool. And I like the blue one as well. I will admit, like I said, the green and the blue are probably my 2 favorite colors of this. I mean, the blue one kind of looks like, I guess it closely resembles the Afterlife camo from back in the day with like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. I mean, that camo was iconic back in the day. I mean, we don't have anything like that now, but I would love to see something like that come back as maybe a tournament camo or maybe a zombies camo or something like that. But yeah, that'll be the day. Also, I figured I add this second piece of footage not only to show the blue skin, but as well as to show the iron sight when you do take off the red dot sight. So yes, it's not a standard QQ9 iron sight. If anything, it's more of a custom iron sight. It's not the best in the world, but at the same time, it's not the worst. I mean, I could ask for a little bit better, but I mean, obviously with the generous type of things such as the strong box, I would say like this is fair enough. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.